All right, so what we have here is my 2008 Subaru WRX Impreza. So I'll get right into it. The problem with this car, a lot of people are like, why don't you ever drive that car, this and that? They'll come into the shop and what's going on? Here's the thing, the turbo's blown up. It still runs and drives, yeah, as long as you're not using any boost, you're not going to get any smoke. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to wait for this fan to blow up and get into my engine and just screw everything up, yada, yada, yada. So the thing is, I didn't even get to blow this turbo up. I'm not even mad that the turbo got blown up. I let a kid whose windows I was tinting at the time drive the car. I know, stupid. He was cool dude. He always comes here in and out. He's a regular. But I was tinting his car. He goes out. He wants to show his friends this car. He was like, yo, this car's sick. He's like, what I've done to it, this and that. And he goes and takes it out for a test drive. Next thing you know, he comes back. He was like, hey, are there any problems with this car? Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, no. I was like, this car is strong. I was like, I run this car to the ground every day. Like, I run this car. And I was like, he's like, well, it just seemed kind of underpowered. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? I hop in, I see that, try to drive the car. I'm like, definitely wasn't driving like this when before I gave it to you or whatever like that. I would have known. I pulled it out. I drove it the same day. So, either way, he blew the turbo, whether he was redlining, he didn't shift. I don't know what happened, but I drive this car like an animal. And he blew the turbo up. So what I had done was take everything off. I took the turbo out. There was a lot of play in the turbo. The turbo did need to get replaced. But the thing is, I ordered the wrong turbo 2 times in a row. I know, stupid. I'm so busy over here. I'm like, whatever. I ordered the wrong turbo 2 times in a row. I get my money back 2 times in a row also. But at that point, I still had the turbo outside of the car. And I was like, you know what? I'll come back to this later on. I put it back together. Another stupid thing. And the whole time I had it out, I didn't even think about fixing the turbo, replacing the fan or anything. I could have just repaired this turbo. But you know what? It's all good. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the whole turbo out again. So, stay tuned. Like and subscribe.